My name is Paige Dubose, and it gives me great pleasure to get to tell you a little bit about David Umphlett. David grew up in Wilmington. He was active in the Boy Scouts in Wilmington. He achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. In the summers, he spent some of his summers working at Boy Scout camp as a counselor. He went to college at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. He graduated with honors with a degree in music. And after Carolina, he moved up to Washington, D.C., where he spent a year working before he entered the Virginia Theological Seminary, which is located in Alexandria. As soon as he finished seminary, he came back to North Carolina. He and his wife, Lorinda, moved to a small town in the eastern part of the state called Plymouth. He was there for 6 years, and he was at the Grace Episcopal Church. He also helped minister two other smaller churches in Roper, North Carolina. Then he was called to be the rector at St. Mary's in High Point, and he's been there for 11 years, and he has done wonderful things at St. Mary's. They have increased their attendance on their Sunday services. He has doubled the budget. They now have a community life center, which is located on the campus of St. Mary's. He met his wife, Lorinda, when he was at Carolina. He told us a great story about how they met, and I think everybody should ask him that story. Lorinda is a licensed marriage and family therapist, and she has her own practice in High Point. They are the proud parents of 3 fine sons. Their oldest son is 14. They have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. David has been very involved not only in the church but in the High Point community. He is part of an alliance of ministers, African American and white ministers in High Point. He has been on the board of hospice, and he also, in his spare time, is a pilgrim. He has been on many pilgrimages, and he's been very involved in our diocese for a long time. And he has made connections not only in High Point but throughout the state of North Carolina. David's family continues to live in North Carolina. He has a brother at Lake Norman, and he has a sister who lives outside of Raleigh. And David's father has relocated and is now living with his sister, so he is in North Carolina as well. And it gives us, the search committee, great pleasure to know that David Umphlett is going to be our next rector here at Holy Trinity.